Good morning everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am today going to do the long-awaited video, which is one of the new Charlotte Tilbury Instant Look in a palette. This is it. This is the box. I've taken it out of the box, but this palette is called Smokey Eye Beauty. Now, if anyone's watching and is a little bit confused and thinking, I haven't seen that on Charlotte's website, you won't have seen it on Charlotte's website yet. At the moment, it is exclusive to Beautylish and to John Lewis. As I understand it, it is actually going to be coming out on Charlotte Tilbury's website soon, but I don't know when. Okay, so I want to review this palette and tell you a little bit about it. Now, I did actually review this last week, but I got really frustrated and ended up deleting the video, and I'll tell you why. I am not a professional YouTuber. I am doing this on my phone, and I've got a very sort of basic editing tool where I can kind of link two videos together. But for some reason, what happens is I do the video, I do the swatches, and I think I'm in camera like I am now. But when actually I go to put the video onto YouTube, it cuts the bottom of the screen off. So I'm going, here is this colour, here is this colour, and you can't see them. So I completely abandoned that video, and I'm going to do it again. And this time I'll be holding up my hand here so that you can actually see the colours, because this is what these people that don't know about technology and YouTube videos have to do. Okay, enough whittling on for now. So as I said, this is a palette that is available at John Lewis and Beautylish, and this is the fourth instant look in a palette. You will remember that she has done three more before this one. She's done Natural Beauty was her first one, which was very, very subtle. Then there was Seductive Beauty, which was a lot more kind of for evening wear. Then there was a gorgeous Beauty Glow palette, which was brilliant for summer. And as someone was reviewing, I saw a review the other day, and they said with each palette, Charlotte seems to get better. I can certainly say that. I think this is on a par, if not better, than Beauty Glow. So here we have the palette. Looks exactly the same on the outside as her other palettes. And then on the back, she's got the colour coding and everything. So would you like to see the palette? Right, and I have to keep remembering to hold this up so that you can all see it. I'm just going to cover up the mirror like so. This is the palette. So you can see, I'm just going to run you through the shades, and I'm going to run you through the swatches. As you can see, I have got makeup on today. That's because I got up very early and I went out, and I should have put this palette on, but I kind of forgot that I was doing this. So I'm going to show you how you can touch up your makeup look throughout the day with this, because I think that is a really good use for it actually. If you're going to a Christmas party in the evening and you've gone to work, I think this one would really work for that. So I'm going to show you that. I'm also, before I go into that, I'm also going to show you one of her Hollywood lips, and this colour is called Walk of Fame. Now, until recently, you could only get this exclusively to John Lewis as well, but now you can get it on her website. But it's a kind of, it was an exclusive shade, and it's out as a limited edition. So I thought I'd show you that one and how it goes with this, because I think it probably does go with this palette. Okay, so first to the palette. You have an eye brightening shade, which you have for a lot of, well, for all her palettes. I think they're eye brighten, not eye prime. And then you have the eye enhanced shade, which is a matte shade. I'm going to swatch them all in a minute. And then you have the eye smoke, which is Charlotte's first black eyeshadow. Actually, it's not. There is another one in her instant palette, and I'm going to show you the difference between the two because I have her instant palette. Then you have got the bronzer and highlighter. And the highlighter is Bar of Gold. It looks slightly different, and when I watched Wayne Goss, he said he thinks it's to do with the way that it's been pressed into the palette. So I'm going to show you Bar of Gold next to this swatch so that you can see the difference. And then here you have your Swish and Pop, which is First Love blusher, which is my favourite blusher, and I actually have that one on today. Not the one from this palette, but the one from the original, which looks like this. So again, I'm going to swatch them. I don't think you could see much difference with those at all. I think they're identical almost, but I will show you anyway. Okay, so let's get on with the swatches and take it from there. And I have to keep remembering to keep my arm way up in the air so that you can see the swatches when I finally download this video and upload it to YouTube. Okay, so first I'm going to show you the Eye Brighten shade, which is number 1. Okay, and I will swatch this on my arm. This is a shimmer shade, and it's kind of champagne colour. Okay, so let's show you that one there. Can you see that? Okay, beautiful. Does really brighten your eyes. And then we have the next one in, which is number 2, which is the enhanced shade. And as I said, this is matte. Sorry about that. That was the postman. Right. So the next one is the enhanced shade. So I'm just going to swatch you that shade, which is really, really good transition colour. If anyone is like me, and in the morning you quickly pop some bronzer in the crease of your eyes and put the highlighter on the lids, which I do increasingly these days when I'm in a hurry, this one is perfect for that, as is the initial Eye Brighten shade. It's just like putting a bronze and glow really on in the morning on your eyes. And then you have the Smoke shade, which is the black shade, and I'm going to show you this. It is got the most beautiful, it's matte, but it has got such rich pigment that you can do so much with this. It's really versatile. So let me just show you that. Okay, now because as I said, she has got a black eyeshadow in the in her instant palette here, what I thought I would do is I'm going to swatch you I'm going to swatch you this shade at the end here next to it so that you can see the difference, because this one is actually more of a shimmery black. Just in case you're thinking, well, I've already got a black by Charlotte Tilbury, I'm going to just put this over to one side so you know that it's not part of the palette. You see it's nowhere near as pigmented as in this palette. Okay, so there you have the eyeshadow shades. Okay, now I am going to go in with the bronze and glow. So next we have number 4, which is the bronze. Let me just wipe down on my makeup top. This is why I use it, you see. Very bad of me, but it's going in the wash, don't worry. It's very resilient. Okay, so now we have... Oh, that made me jump. That's my parcel falling through the letterbox. Now we have the bronze shade, which again is quite light. But I'm going to tell you, if you are like me, if you've got colouring that's sort of my colour or darker, when I went into Charlotte Tilbury, when the Beauty Glow palette came out, and I said, the bronzer's too light for me, they said, well, actually, you can use the other shade in the bronze and glow, in the Bronze and Glow, in the Beauty Glow palette, and that was the enhanced shade for the eyes. And I think you can do that a bit here. I've actually mixed this one and this one together to get myself a bit of a darker tone. But actually this one really works quite well as to shade to do a contour of your nose. So that is the bronze. And then let me do the highlighter. Now this is the one that is Bar of Gold, but it does look slightly different to Bar of Gold. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to swatch you this one here. Okay, can you see that? It does look beautiful on. Now I have got Bar of Gold, and again what I'm going to do is I'm going to swatch that to the side so that you can see the difference between the original Bar of Gold and the one that is in the palette. This one is definitely more pigmented and a little bit more yellow gold than in the palette. Can you see that? It's just a little bit more, but I think, to be honest, once you've actually put that on with a brush, you can't really tell much difference. Okay, it's just got slightly more pigmentation in it. And as I said, Wayne Goss said that that's to do with the way that it's been pressed into the palette, and I trust Wayne because he's an expert and I'm not. Okay, so then we have the Swish and Pop shades here, which are First Love. Let me show you First Love next to it, and then also I will swatch First Love next to it so that you can see. So there is First Love, and there is the Swish and Pop in the palette. It is identical, but just so that you can see that, so I will put on the Swish shade first in the palette, the look in a palette. So I'm just trying to get it into a decent light, because I found when I was doing the iconic looks a few weeks ago, that the Swish and Pop shades and the blushes don't show up well on my arm. So I'm sorry about that, but let me just show you what it looks like. I'm going to do this. So there is the Swish shade on my finger. Let me show you the Swish shade of First Love on the finger next to it. I think that's going to be better. So there you see there's absolutely nothing in it. They are the same. And then I will go in with the Pop shade on my fourth finger, which is there, and then I will go in with the Pop shade on the original on my little finger. You'll see, I don't know whether that Pop shade's slightly peachier, or again whether it's just the way that it's been pressed, but they're virtually identical. So if you love First Love as a blusher, which I do, I was really surprised. I have got all but one Charlotte Tilbury blush, which is the last one. I think she calls it the Climax, which incidentally I've been told is the one that's in the Beauty Glow palette. So I didn't want to get this. This was the last one I got because I thought it would not show up on my skin, and yet it does, and it looks beautiful. And the reason that I love it so much is that this bit that you pop onto the apple of the cheek is peach. So if any of you have got problem with hyperpigmentation around the cheek area, as I do, I know it's covered in makeup at the moment, then this one is really good, because the peach tone perfectly covers the hyperpigmentation. So yeah, okay, I keep needing to remember to bring that in. So what I'm going to do, obviously, as I said, I've put on my makeup. Right, but I'm going to show you how you can kind of... This makeup is not Charlotte Tilbury that I've got on. But let's just imagine that I was at work today and I'm going out to a Christmas event. And I have got this Instant Look in a palette because I think this will go over it perfectly. Now, one of the things also that I think you can do with the black... if you've got, sorry, I should say, if you've got a similar colouring to me, not if you've got blonde eyebrows, people, right? But I can actually lightly go over with this and just fill in my brows, which works beautifully. If you see that, and I'm just lightly sweeping over my brows, and it just fills them in a really natural way. Yep, obviously, only if you've got my colouring, guys. Not if you've got lighter brows, because then that's probably going to look a bit daft. Okay, now, so let's just imagine. Now, obviously, this hasn't been on for very long, but I'm just going to go in. And actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with my finger on this eye brighten shade. And I'm just going to put that over what I've done on my eyelid, just to brighten it up a little bit more. As you see, it really does brighten it up like that. Okay. And then with a blending brush, I'm going to go in with the enhanced shade, which is here. Oh, hold it up, Alison. I only call myself Alison when I'm telling myself off. I'm actually Ali, by the way. So then I go in here with the enhanced shade. And I'm just going to add a little bit more smoke to my eyes, like so. I really think this is a great one if you're going to an office party and you just want to vamp up. It does actually, you can use it in the day as well, and it does look good. But as I've put makeup on, I thought I'd show you this. And what I'm going to do also with the smudger brush, with that enhanced shade, is I'm going to go underneath and just tidy this up, because my eyes have been really watering this morning. Look, you can see that. Actually, that is a complete and utter mess. It really is annoying. In this cold weather, my eyes water, and I'll try it, but it's probably going to look a mess. Or maybe not. Maybe it'll just cover up that gap where my foundation and concealer has come off, washed off. And this is Shape Tape, guys, you know, which is supposed to be really resistant. But I think my eyes water so badly that nothing is going to hold it on, to be honest. Okay, so that's the smoke shade. Now, with the black shade, this is going to be so versatile. You could put it on wet as an eyeliner, or you can put it on dry. I'm just going to put a little bit on in the corner here, just in the corner, just to add a little bit more dimension to my eyes. And as you can see, it's really richly pigmented. You see, I'm going to blend that in a minute. I am just going to put that this side as well, just right on the corner, just to give me that little bit more dimension. And then I'm going to blend that in so that it doesn't look too harsh, and blend that in that way. Okay, I'm just going to do this with my fingers, because where my eyes have been watering, it's making it a bit stubborn in terms of blending. It thinks I've wet the shadow a bit. Okay, the other thing you can do this with an eyeliner brush, but I'm not going to do that right now, is just take the tip of the smudger brush like this, and you can go along the lash line like that, so that you've got a black eyeliner. Or you can just kind of, I have got a black eyeliner on this morning, but you can just kind of accentuate it a bit more for evening. Can you see that? Okay, and so I'm now going to go in with the bronzer there, but I am going to mix this one and this one because this is matte. I know it's an eyeshadow, but it's matte, and otherwise it would not show up on me. Suck in your cheeks and follow the hollow. And then again, oh, what am I doing here? That one, and that one. Now, just that it doesn't look like too much of a harsh line, I'm going to go back in, and I haven't got my bronzer brush. I shall just get that now. And I'm going to go back in and just use it as a bronzer to take the harshness off that line a little bit. And I'm just, for the bronzer, I'm just going to use this shade. I'm not going to use the darker shade, like so. Kind of just softens out that line so that it doesn't look like you've just drawn a straight line on there. Okay, and then the Swish and Pop blush is next. So first I'm going to go in with this shade. As I said, I've got this on already this morning, so you can already see it, but I will do it again. And then the Pop shade at the bottom there. And again, this side. And the bit you've all been waiting for, no doubt, is the bar of gold. So I'm going to go in here, and I'm just going to, I've got quite a bit of highlighter on already, but hopefully you can see that. I'll put a little dab there. And then with my fingers, I'm going to go and just put some on my brow bone, like so. And then the other side. And then I'm going to put a little bit in the corner there. And the other side. And let's put some down the centre of my face. And on my Cupid's bow. Okay, so there you have it. There you have the swatches, all but the blush, and that's that. Now, before I go, I promised you I was going to show you this shade, which is called Walk of Fame. Hi guys, sorry, I got a phone call then. And it was my sister. So as promised, before I finish this video, I am going to show you Walk of Fame, which is Hollywood Lips, her new Hollywood matte lips, but it is in an exclusive, it was exclusive to John Lewis until very recently, and it's just gone up, I think, in the last couple of weeks on Charlotte Tilbury's website. Now, when I looked at this, I thought this is the matte liquid version of, oh, now I'm going to forget the name of it, Love Bite. To me, it looks exactly the same as Love Bite. Let me just show you on my hand, and then I will show you on my lips. I just need to take my lipstick off. Okay, so let me just take my current lipstick off. And actually, I'm going to line my lips with her red lip pencil in Kiss and Tell. Okay, because that will go with this red. So it is definitely lighter than Screen Siren. Quite a bit lighter, as you probably can tell from the pictures if you've been looking at it online. Right. And then I will dry that down with a tissue, and then I will show you Walk of Fame. Now, when you look at John Lewis's website, they actually call it Wall of Fame, but it is Walk of Fame. When you actually order it, because I ordered this from John Lewis, it is Walk of Fame, so I think it's just a typo. So I'll just put this lip liner, which you can get. This isn't an exclusive edition. You can get this, it's a permanent one of Charlotte Tilbury's called Kiss and Tell. Okay, and now to Walk of Shame. Walk of Fame. Sorry, she's got she's got another lipstick, lip lustre called Hall of Fame. And then there's Walk of Fame. It just gets really confusing. She has a lip lustre, and I don't have this one, called Hall of Fame, which is a completely different colour altogether, and it's a lip gloss. But this one is called Walk of Fame. Okay. Now, the only thing with this colour, I absolutely adore it, but I did find that I had to go over it a little bit more when I first tried it, because it was a bit uneven. I don't know if that's to do with the skin tone of my lips, but I found that I had to go over it a little bit more than I did with Screen Siren, which I just did in one swipe. Let me just show you what I mean. Actually, it's looking quite even today, so maybe it was just the first bit out of the tube. So there you have it. So this is Hollywood Lips Walk of Fame. I got that right this time. And the Instant Look in a palette, Smokey Eye Beauty. As I say, just to remind you, at the moment you can get this from John Lewis or Beautylish. And keep an eye out, because it will soon be available on Charlotte Tilbury's website. I hope you've enjoyed my review, and I will see you very soon. Take care. Bye, everyone. Please press subscribe. Please tell your friends. And please press the like button if you like this video. Bye-bye.